Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 23rd. We're going to jump right in here, Taurus, and we're going to see what is going on for you. You have this key card that says lock, unlock, and you also have this birds that says news messages come on it. And I do feel that there could be a message coming in for you at this time, or it could be just communication in general that's coming in. It's like something you waited for with the Three of Wands. But at the same time, like, I kind of feel like you need to get moving. Here, we'll take both of these cards since they kind of stuck together there. But, it's like you might be waiting for news or approval right here and also like here. But it's almost like you're being too patient, as in, like, I don't think you should be waiting for news or approval to get started on something. You could be like wondering if like people in your life are going to approve of the change that you're making or something like that. But I feel like you need to start putting things out there. You have Star card twice basically, which is great. But the only way you're going to be able to create change at this time, I think, is to get started and then make changes based off of your own feedback. So, it's like if you're trying to start a business, for example, pretty much that's what this first row is saying to me. It's like, I think you need to get started. Maybe things don't work. Maybe something works. And that is providing feedback. So then you can iterate on what you have kind of, what's been successful and what hasn't been successful. Same thing with love as well. It's like, go out on dates, get those free dinners, people, right? And, I think what you should do is like pay attention to what you like and don't like, but only pay attention to what you do like, right? It's like, say the things you don't like, don't dwell on those things. Focus on the good, not the bad. And I think that'll get you moving forward. But there's some sort of need to kind of like at least try things right now. And I'm not even talking about love or just business. I'm talking about all areas of your life. You have the Six of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Six of Pentacles is a card of equal give and take, but it's really a card of planting seeds. It's like giving, to me, it's a card of like giving to something, planting a seed or a bunch of seeds, seeing what grows. And then I always say that we need to double down on the things that grow with the Six of Pentacles. But again, you're not going to know what grows until you get started. So I kind of feel like you need to develop a system here, especially for those of you in business, which this does look like a very good reading for money. I mean, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, the stars card as well, which says a long journey brings rewards on it. So what I would say here is it's almost as if, like, the best example I can give you is if you're starting a business. It's like if you were to start a YouTube channel, this to me would say, like, throw out 6 of your best, video ideas, put them on your channel, and whatever grows, that might tell you the direction that you should go in. But again, without knowing what you do, I have no clue what I'm talking about. But I would just say, like, I would just start putting things out there and seeing what grows. I feel like that's kind of what this is saying. And then you're gonna have to like iterate on those ideas. You're gonna get an idea, it's gonna lead to a better idea and a better idea, but don't stop growing is kind of what this is saying. You also have the Three of Wands. Again, things are far from perfect, and things are going to continue to be far from perfect. This should, it is what it is, as I tell everyone. And, it's like one of those things where we just have to work with the energy. The people who work with it are going to be very successful. Again, I think that it is challenging right now. And again, for the next several years, it probably will be challenging to, get things moving. But, for the people that do it, they're going to be very successful. So it's like, do you want to just suffer, or do you want to build something successful over the next few years? Could be a relationship, a business. I'm not talking about one thing or the other. I'm kind of talking about everything. You're going to have to go on this adventure. You have the Page of Wands here. You have this stars card that says a long journey brings rewards. The Knight of Wands as well is also an adventure. So an adventure doesn't have to be travel or moving. That it could be for some of you, but it could also just be like building a business is an adventure. Building a relationship is an adventure, but go on the adventure. Yeah, look at this. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Sun. Sun is the best card in the tarot, of course. I feel like you need to move towards your happiness, but you also have the Sun and the Star. Whenever I get the Sun and the Star at a reading, to me, it represents like fame and fortune. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be famous, but it can represent like a lot of positive attention. With the Three of Wands, you have the Five of Cups. I think past disappointments, it's like, how many disappointments can you take, right? That's like what's popping into my head here with the Five of Cups. But, I feel like, you just can't give up. I know that it's not good advice. And the other bad advice that I'm going to give you is that there are going to be more disappointments. But, I think you need to look at it as them as like learning experiences. And I think the more of these learning experiences you can have, the better. Even if there are disappointments in business. And again, here's the thing. It's not like, yeah, maybe there's a disappointment, but I feel like there are going to be successes sprinkled in there. So keep, iterating, like I said. With the Page of Wands, you have the King of Wands. Could be attracting a fire sign if you're looking for love. Could also just be a very bold, confident person that you are attracting at this time. So if you want love, definitely could be love coming in for you for sure. Next, we are going to look at messages from your future self. You have this card that says, don't dwell on what might be on the other side of that closed door. So I feel like you need to leave things in the past as well. You have this media card, and sorry, did I say unexpected? This is for your future self. I don't know what I said. You have this media card that says, get more publicity to increase your finances. Sun and the Star, for sure. You also have this partnership card. You are manifesting a strong and successful partnership. Consider having a partner who can bring experiences you lack. So again, I feel for a lot of you, it's like you can't do everything, as I always say. I feel like I say this to you all the time here, Taurus. It's like you can't be everything. You can't do everything. So focus on your strengths, right? And I think we are in a time where you should be focusing on the things that you're good at and get other people to fill in the gaps. I would also say let go of the past, number one. Number two, what I would also say is with that Star card and the Sun, I would be getting as much attention on your business or your career, if you have one of those things, as you possibly can. You have the Strength card, the Hangman, and the Six of Swords. It's definitely been a rough ride, is what I feel here, Taurus. I mean, Six of Swords is kind of like a rite of passage. It can represent having gone through some difficulties and challenges to get to the other side here, but they're finally there. So I feel like it's like your future self is saying, like, you're super, super close to getting out of the choppy waters. The Six of Swords is a rite of passage. It is not necessarily something that is easy to go through. And even if we go this way, Temperance to the Knight of Wands, it's like you're becoming much more confident. I almost feel like some of you could even be looking for more opportunities like the Six of Swords. Sometimes I think when we go through something difficult to get to the other side and we realize that it wasn't that bad, we actually look for more challenges because those are the things that make us grow, right? Plain and simple. You have the Hangman here. And again, you're becoming enlightened to something in your life. I'm not exactly clear on what you are becoming enlightened on. As we clarify, I'm sure we'll find out. But you have the Sun, the Star, and this card. It's like it doesn't matter, both this diagonal, Sun, Star. And so to me, this is saying you are becoming enlightened to something. It's probably going to get you moving forward as well, because the Hangman, he's not making any moves, but when he becomes enlightened to what he needs to become enlightened to, he starts moving forward. So it kind of strikes me as that. You have the Strength card as well. I feel like you've been very patient. I feel like you've been possibly doing some inner work on yourself, and I think that's perfect. I think that's exactly what you should be doing right now, Taurus, is like focusing on yourself. Could also be a fire sign. I don't know if I said that. If you're looking for love, I wouldn't really say it's a love reading, but love is always available to us. And I would say if you want love, it could be a fire sign. With the Strength card, you have the Six Wands. Definitely victories coming in for you here as well. So I feel there's a lot of victories, a lot of success. For some of you, I feel like you're just feeling better. Like maybe you just feel like a weight. I don't know why I'm getting this, but intuitively, I'm just getting like a weight lifted off your shoulders this week. Or you do have the Ten of Wands in your next row, which is the row of the unexpected, right? But I feel really good about that Ten of Wands. I also feel it here as well. I feel very similar energy where it's like saying to me, you feel like the weight of the world is off your shoulders. So I don't know. It could just be a very good week. With the Hangman, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for you. I mean, you need to charge towards this right here. The Star card is about having a North Star. As I always say, you want to follow this very big star. That could just be like the reason why you are doing something. When we have a why, it's very easy to like know what the next step should be or what to do in your life. Like for me, I make it a point that I want all my readings to help people make their own dent in the universe. Every video on my other channels that I create, I want to help people create their dent in the universe. So it doesn't matter, to me, it's very easy to work towards that because that's my goal. That's like my North Star, right? So if you don't have a North Star, I would come up with one. Could be anything, and it can change, right? With the Six of Swords, you have the Hangman. Like I said, I feel like you're finally moving forward here. With this energy, it's like things are becoming less stagnant. I feel things are actually starting to flow in your life as well. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this courthouse card. Again, if you are dealing with a court issue, I feel like some of you could, what's unexpected is that there could be some burdens that are being released from the court situation. I want to see what the next card is. It's funny because I should have said it before I looked at that card, but I was feeling marriage. Like some of you could randomly like be eloping as well. Maybe you're like running off to the courthouse getting married. Or something like that. I also feel like you could be, for some of you, I feel there could be like a person coming in for you where maybe they are married, but they're getting a divorce. So, that's that. As I always say, like, one thing I will say to you, Taurus, is again, with Neptune and Pisces, I'm always very cautious of things like that, like being with a married person, even if they're separated. Again, I'm not saying this person's like lying to their spouse or anything. Kind of what I feel here is there's a person, they're probably separated, not even living together, but maybe they're still married. And, again, Neptune and Pisces is too much fantasy. We create this fantasy with Neptune and Pisces, but there's no reality. The good news is this year Saturn moves into Pisces, which I think will bring some reality to situations like that. So, I wouldn't worry too much about it, but I would make sure that the person's actually getting a divorce. You don't want to end up in a situation where you waste a bunch of time with a person who's not actually getting a divorce, right? For others, again, I feel something like in a court situation, it's almost like you're letting this go right here, the Ten of Wands. There could be some burdens being released. So again, I really feel that for some of you. Again, this could also be something that's happening in the future as well, where you meet a person where you just like elope. You just go to the courthouse and get married. No big deal. No, you know what I mean? It just like happens. So that wouldn't surprise me either. You have the Temperance card here as well. I don't really feel the Temperance card is unexpected, but what I do feel is unexpected is maybe the Speed, which I feel like I've said to you before. You have all these cards of Speed in your readings, all the Wands cards, the Chariot as well. I think what is unexpected for you, maybe not totally unexpected, because I don't think if you're working towards something, is it really unexpected? I would say no. But what I do think is unexpected is the speed at which you are able to accomplish things. So again, if you were sitting around doing nothing, Taurus, I would get moving, or at least I would start putting things into practice, like in business and work, or your ideas, or even if you're retired, maybe you want to go do something. I would do it because, again, I always get this for you, or at least I have been for like the past couple months, that what really the unexpected thing is how quickly things are going to move forward. You have the Star card here as well. Definitely some sort of wish coming in for you. I also feel like you need to make sure you don't get distracted. You always have the Seven of Cups, for example, in your readings, Taurus. And I'm always saying, like, I think you need to focus on one thing. You see all these other little stars around it. I would just focus on this one thing, not like everything else that's going on around you. That's going to lead to the fastest success in whatever it is that you're trying to be successful in. With the Star, you have the Six of Cups. Love it. I love 2 6s. You have 2 6s right here, right next to each other. If they show up next to each other, on top of each other, I don't care. To me, 2 6s is amazing. It just says you're moving in the right direction. It's kind of like a symbol to me of confirmation for your path. So I feel like you're on the right path. With the Temperance card, you have the Seven of Swords here. I kind of feel this like genie out of the bottle type of situation where some of you could have like a random situation in your life where the genie has come out of the bottle, so to speak, and you can't get it back in, is like what I feel here. And, I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. It does feel like a sucky situation. I'm not going to lie. Like it's one of those things where maybe you found out like someone you really were in love with was a liar, cheater, stealer, right? And I kind of feel like this is a past situation. It's like you wish you could shove it back in there, but you can't, right? That's what she said. So I feel for some of you, this is basically saying what's done is done. I don't know why I get that here, but that's what I'm getting. For some of you, I feel like you're dealing with, you'll have a new person coming into your life where I feel like they had a situation like that, where like someone lied to them and, they wish that it didn't happen that way. So you might be attracting a person who's a little guarded, but at the same time, Temperance tells me that you're going to be helping this person turn the situation around. That's what I'm getting. Very weird. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups here. Definitely time to follow your heart. I feel like your heart is telling you what to do. Every single reading I do for you, Taurus, there's something you get the Queen of Cups. So clearly we are in a very heart-based time. The reason I think this is true for you is because Uranus in Taurus, Uranus in your sign, it wants you to be free. For you, it has a focus on freedom. Chariot, Queen of Cups. And what I'd say with the Queen of Cups is when we follow our heart, we are probably going to feel more free. So there you go. Finally, in the area of messages for from your guides, you have the Stars card. It says, a long journey brings reward. Whatever long journey you've been on, I feel like you're starting to, it's like, the word that's popping into my head is like success is shaping up or something like that. So it's almost as if you're creating more success because you have been going on the journey, because you've been working with the energy. Again, like I was saying earlier in the reading, it's almost like you're taking things and iterating on them. Like you're creating new versions of yourself or your businesses or your relationships, and you're kind of like improving on the improvements and cutting out the crap, right, from the things that you're doing. And because of that, I think you're getting closer and closer and closer to success. I do really get the feeling here of like just looking around, Six of Swords. Where was it? Six of Swords over here. Knight of Wands. I really get this is kind of saying that you're very, very close to a finish line, and I feel like you need to make sure that you don't stop, right? I feel like you need to keep pushing here. With the Knight of Wands, I would encourage you to be spontaneous. Again, Uranus in your sign, I think it definitely, and plus we had that eclipse, a few months ago or whatever, in your sign as well, which I really was saying that I think between now, then, but also, obviously it's now. So between now and April, I would be as open as you possibly can to spontaneous opportunity, random opportunities that come your way. If you're looking for love and someone invites you out, go. If you're looking for love and someone invites you to a party, go. You're not going to find that, someone sitting on your couch. Same thing financially as well. It's like take advantage of new opportunities, because that's where all the success is. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, and it's something that needs to be nurtured. I really feel like, for some of you, it's kind of, this is going to sound weird, but I do feel you're attracting a person. It could be an Aquarius or a Leo. Could also be a Cancer, Pisces, a fire sign in general. Could be a water sign in general, I suppose. Water, fire. What did I say? Water, fire, whatever. Could be any sign. But I almost feel like you're healing this person. Or maybe you're just so nurturing that you are kind of like healing a person that's coming in for you. Good person, definitely a lot of potential, because Ace of Pentacles is the card of high potential. It is something that needs to be nurtured, though. There's a garden here. You have to water garden, give it fertilizer. You have to take care of it, nurture it. So whatever new opportunities that are coming in for you, if you're taking care of these opportunities, I feel like there's going to be a lot of success. You also have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you need to be very picky at this time, like where you put your energy. This can be a card of delegation, like, make it, but it's like you're delegating your energy. I feel like you need to make sure that you're giving energy to the right things, and you're not like wasting your time on things that aren't giving energy back to you. And that's like what your future self is saying here. But I see a lot of success here, Taurus. Let's see. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Ten of Swords. See, I feel like there's remember what we were saying on the Seven of Swords. It's like I get a very tricky situation. I'm wondering if this is like a new person that's coming in for you. I feel like they could be in Ten of Swords mode, so I would be careful of that. I don't know. This week is we're finally after these retrogrades, and I'm wondering if like it's opening up the energy for people to come into our lives. And you don't have to accept this person, by the way. But I'm just saying, again, people always say to me, I don't want love, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't care. But, by the way, if you're leaving a comment that you don't want love, you definitely want love. I call total BS on that, because, like, why would you leave a comment? Who cares? But what I would say here is that, and by the way, I'm coming out with Chris's cat food soon. So if you don't want love and you just want cats, like I got you covered. Don't worry. But what I would say here with that Ten of Swords is, again, you could be attracting a person, I feel intuitively, who's a little bit guarded. I do feel like you could heal this person, but I feel like they need to open up. Like, we can't force people to do things. If they open up over a short period of time, great, keep moving forward. Looks really good to me. But again, I also wouldn't waste a lot of time. I think we are in a time where, yes, we should give things chances. We should see how things go. But if we're not seeing the evidence that things are actually going to move forward, we need to be good breaker-uppers. We need to be good at leaving situations quickly and not getting stuck in them, because Neptune and Pisces, getting caught in the fantasy, right? So maybe, again, if you meet a person you like them and they're being guarded, if you have a communication with them, talk to them, then I think they'll open up. If they don't, leave. Plain and simple. There's your answer, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords. Love it. 2 aces, 2 sixes, 2 aces. 2 aces is a definite yes to any question I haven't answered, but clearly a victory in this new opportunity. And look at this. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands. You could be meeting a person you're marrying, or you could be with a person that you are marrying here as well. It could be an earth sign as well. You have a lot of earth here. So there definitely could be marriage in the future. But again, you could be like eloping with a person or something like that as well. The other thing is Four of Wands is a card of freedom. And like I said earlier, I feel like you're very focused on your own freedom. You have this, we're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this Enterprise card. Love it. This card is Jupiter and Pisces. Friggin' love it. We have Jupiter and Pisces right now. Definitely could be a lot of abundance and success coming in for you, especially if you're building a business or a side hustle or just trying to grow in work. You have this caution card here. Again, I would be paying attention to the evidence. I would also I would be careful of like groupthink. I think this is true for everyone right now. And especially in like 2026, we have Jupiter going to Aries, which is everybody looking for a savior, which I'm not really worried about, but I would pay attention because it's I think the danger of Neptune is what I meant to say. Neptune moving into Aries in 2026. My concern with that is that people are looking for a savior, but there's a lot of groupthink type of stuff going on where everybody could just be looking for an idea that saves the world or saves the cows or whatever the hell is going on, right? And the problem with that is it's probably a bad idea because nobody's vetting the situation. And I feel like this, the caution card is saying, make sure any situation that you're getting into, especially if everybody's saying do it, either number one, maybe you want to go the other direction, or number two, do your research, right? Vet the situation first. It doesn't say don't do it, it just says vet it. You have this inheritance card. I literally feel some of you could be getting inheritance. For others, I feel like they're just improvements in your finances. Next, you have this fortune card. What did it say? Oh, I thought you had this great fortune card. You don't, but clearly there could be great fortune coming in for you or an increase in your abundance. I definitely felt that. This is also the sun in Leo, which is the sun card. So I feel like there could be a lot of attention for sure. And finally, you have this friendship card. Some of you could be meeting a person. You start out as friends and you kind of just start out communicating, and that might be good too. You start out as friends, and then it kind of grows from there. But really good reading here, Taurus. I like it. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.